There's nothing more exciting than visiting Paris, especially for the first time. The thought of finally seeing the Eiffel Tower and other beautiful places in Paris can throw you into a total frenzy of excitement. And with all the excitement, most of us forget to do enough research and things not to do in Paris and end up committing the same mistakes most people make. So whether you're a seasoned or a first-time visitor, here's what not to do in Paris for an amazing trip. Number 1. Throwing away your ticket when you take a train or a subway. Unlike in some places, when a train ticket is effectively useless once boarded, this is not the case in Paris. First and foremost, that ticket will allow you to exit the subway when you arrive at the destination. Without it, you may have difficulty. Also, train police can sometimes check to see who paid for the trip, for which you must show your train ticket, and who is trying to game the system by refusing to pay. And if you don't have it by the time the check is done, you'll be fined immediately, which is nearly 20 times the actual ticket fee. Make sure that you do not misplace the train ticket. Number 2. Lack of etiquette. The French are generally courteous people. They will never enter a store without greeting the clerk or even apologizing, pardon me, if something goes wrong. But we also know that greeting someone offering a service is not always expected. So whether it's a server at a restaurant or a cashier at a supermarket, always say hello to everyone in Paris. To create a calm and friendly environment, simply say bonjour or bonsoir, good morning, afternoon, evening. Otherwise, the Parisians may not be so friendly. Number 3. Visiting just the Eiffel Tower. Yes, the Eiffel Tower is the most famous landmark and the international symbol of Paris and France in general, but Paris is more than just the Eiffel Tower. Of course, you should go and climb it because it has some of the best views in Paris, but don't leave without seeing other things. There are numerous beautiful places to visit in Paris, including the world-famous Louvre Museum, the Arc de Triomphe, Sacré-Cœur, also known as the Sacred Heart of Paris, Notre Dame Cathedral and Orsay Museum, and many more. Number 4. Visiting just the famous places in Paris. One of the other tourist mistakes in Paris to avoid is just visiting the popular tourist destinations and attractions like the Eiffel Tower, the Louvre Museum, etc., and forgetting about the other places. We're not saying that you shouldn't visit them, we're just saying that there is more to Paris than just the places with crowds. What more is there to see in Paris? There are so many hidden gems in Paris and non-touristy things to do in Paris that are not known by many people but are worth adding to your Paris itinerary. Some of the hidden spots to visit in Paris include the Paris Statue of Liberty. Yes, Paris also has its version. Parc de la Villette, a 55-hectare urban cultural park, or Butte de Chaumont, if you're looking for a perfect place for a Parisian picnic. Number 5. Dining at places close to iconic locations. Eating at restaurants near famous landmarks is a big no-no in Paris because they're usually much more expensive than any other restaurant in the city. A restaurant near the Sacré-Cœur, for example, is likely to be more expensive than one on a lesser-known street in Paris. Furthermore, restaurants with views of the Eiffel Tower are more likely to be more expensive than others. Instead, where should you eat? There are many restaurants in Paris and you can always find one at any turn. So look for ones that are a little further away from popular sites and you'll get better value for your money with a larger portion. You can also check out these cute Parisian cafes. Number 6. Renting a car or using taxis in Paris. Renting a car or taking a taxi is one of the things that you should not do in Paris. We sure are not trying to put these service providers out of business, but traffic in Paris is insane, not to mention how difficult it can be to drive in some areas of the city if you rent a car. Also, private taxi fares can be a bit high, and it's easy to be scammed by being charged unfairly, so avoid taxis if at all possible while in Paris. How can you avoid this mistake? Paris public transportation is extensive, comfortable, and most importantly, inexpensive. You can take the trains, subway, trams, or buses. There are so many options, and they all easily connect to all the major popular attractions you'd like to visit. Trains and subways are also ideal for avoiding city traffic, which saves time. Hint: if you buy this Paris City Pass, you can use public transportation for free. If not, you can buy a carnet of 10 train or subway tickets simultaneously, lowering the overall train fee. Number 7. Assuming that everyone speaks English in Paris. This is one of the most common misconceptions that tourists have when planning a trip to Paris, and it's completely incorrect because most French people can barely speak English. Of course, you'll hear people speaking English or even tour guides in popular areas, but be prepared to find yourself in situations where you can't understand what someone is saying and they can't understand you. Before you go to Paris, learn a few basic phrases that will come in handy on your adventures. It does not have to be fluent French, but it should be something that will help you say something, read something, or understand basic writing. A few French words that you should learn include bonjour, that's hello or good morning, merci, which is thank you, s'il vous plaît, which is please, pousser, that's push, and tirer, that's pull. Useful when opening or closing doors, not to pull when it says push. Bienvenue, welcome. Au revoir, goodbye. A bientôt, see you soon. Enchanté, nice to meet you. And sortir, exit. Number 8. Wasting time in long queues. Another thing to avoid doing in Paris is wasting time in long lines, especially if you only have a few days in the city of love. You should be aware that most attractions in Paris receive thousands of visitors every day, and it's possible to spend over 3 hours in line just to buy an entry ticket, which could be better because the goal is to maximize your time. If you don't want to buy fast entry tickets, one way to avoid long lines in Paris is to visit early in the morning before the crowds arrive. Also, visiting during the week rather than on weekends can help you avoid long lines, as most popular places are busier on weekends. Alternatively, instead of purchasing individual entry tickets, you can purchase this Paris City Pass. This pass allows you to enter most major tourist attractions quickly while also saving money on transportation, which is included with the pass. Number 9. Buying drinking water at restaurants or anywhere in Paris. Because tap water in Paris is perfectly safe to drink, spending money on bottled water is a waste of money. So when dining out, politely request that your server bring you free tap water. It's not just in restaurants. You don't even need to buy bottled water when you're walking around the city. All you have to do is find one of the wall fountains, that's drinkable water taps, scattered throughout the city, which isn't difficult because they're almost everywhere in Paris. You only need to bring this reusable, collapsible travel water bottle with you and keep refilling it whenever you run out of water. Number 10. Not booking way in advance. Hotels, hostels, or restaurants. Paris is one of those cities where most, if not all, attractions require reservations or are sold out. This is most common in fine dining establishments, luxurious vacation rentals, hotels, and a few unique activities. To get a table at the Eiffel Tower restaurant, for example, you'll need to book 2 to 3 months in advance, or you can forget about having dinner with a view. That concludes our guide to not doing in Paris, France. We hope that you found these suggestions helpful and that they will enhance your visit to the city. Thank you for tuning in and subscribe to our channel. As part of our mission to empower others to achieve financial and location independence, we've created a revolutionary online business app that will help you earn your first 100k online. But that's not all. We've also put together a blog post on each of our videos to help guide you on planning your next adventure. Plus, by sharing our blog with your friends and followers, you can earn income through our affiliate program. Don't miss out on this opportunity to explore the world while earning a full-time or a part-time income as a digital nomad, or even from the comfort of your own home with your children right there beside you, as our done for you blog post to generate you passive income. All you need to do is click the link below to download our brand new 100k challenge ebook for free and get started on your journey to success. So whether you're sipping a refreshing drink on a Hawaiian beach, enjoying a cappuccino in a cozy London cafe, or basking in the breathtaking views of the Swiss mountains, our app will turn the world into your office. Thank you once again for your support, and we look forward to sharing our next adventure with you. See you on the beaches of the world.